What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video we are doing the 11th installment of Retro Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Gemini Jets 1 to 400 scale US Airways Boeing 757-200. So this model I picked up quite a while ago. I got this around, I think it was like winter of 2015, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly when I got this during that time frame, but it was way back when I got this model. And this is only my second US Airways model in my collection, as I do have an Airbus A321, which I have taken a look at previously. Feel free to go check out the card that I have on the top right of the screen now to go take a look at a retro review of that particular model. So this particular aircraft was released in the July-August 2014 releases by Gemini Jets. The item number on this particular model is GJUSA 1386. I'll go ahead and take a look at the box, of course, like we always do. So you got your standard Gemini Jets details. You got an image of the plane. The winglet's a little bit misplaced on this, but what can you do? Then you got the US Airways Boeing 757-200, 1 to 400 scale die-cast model aircraft. And then here is the aircraft pamphlet, as always, so feel free to pause this if you want to read it. And then there is the plastic cradle for the model when it's in there. And then on the back, 2014 releases you'd expect, and then the standard Gemini Jets as real as it gets details. But otherwise, everything else is about the same, and the box has worn off a little bit, but that's to be expected since I've had this model for about 8 years. So I kind of wish I could get more US Airways. They are kind of hard to find as far as I'm aware, so trying to build up a US Airways collection would be quite difficult, especially considering that they are hard to find, and I don't really have much, I don't have much need to do that, but I kind of want to get more US Airways planes, probably like an A330 or an A319, A320, something like that, and then maybe some of their older stuff like a 737-300 or 400, some of that stuff, and then going back into like US Air stuff, which I already have, a BAE 146, and I'm going to get that MD-82 that Gemini Jets release as well, so looking forward to having those in my collection when those come in. Starting off at the front, we've got the cockpit windows, some little Pitot 2 details down there. You got the L1 door, the US Airways titles, as you would expect. And then you move back on over here, you have the striped lines that come into play. And then you have the American flag, registration November 202, uniform whiskey. And then you have the US Airways logo on the tail with that dark blue and also the red top with a white boundary separating the colors. And then also the same logo is representative on the winglets as well. If we get a focus on that, you can see that there. And this aircraft does have the Rolls-Royce RB211 engines. More specifically, it is the Rolls-Royce RB211-535E4s, in case you're curious. Also, kind of go back over here to the nose gear detail since I missed out on that. You can see ETOPS rated and also 202 for the fleet number. And then we'll flip it over to the other side. Got the same details down over there if the camera will focus. I can see it. It's rubbed off a little bit, but not too bad. And then otherwise, your standard details with the R right-sided doors, the R1, and then all the way back to the rear right-hand door. No overwing exits printed on this, and no exterior details, just a couple printed ones on there with like a beacon and all that. Nothing too crazy. And then there's the Gemini Jets logo right underneath. I'll flip it over to the other side. And the dark blue belly, of course. And this is the old 757 mold, so it is the cradle mold, and it does have the non-rubber rolling wheels. They did update this in 2018, kept the cradle, but improved the landing gear and added the antennas and other exterior details on the 75s with their recent releases. So overall, I'm very happy with this model. I'm quite glad that I have a piece of aviation history here, since US Airways is non-existent at this point, obviously. Really, the only thing that's left of them is that A321 heritage livery that American Airlines has. I did see it in Dallas, which I was very happy about, and I think I saw it in Charlotte as well when I visited there in 2018. I remember seeing the tail of it. I did not get a photo of it. I should have gotten a photo of it there, but at the very least, I got to see it in Dallas this past summer, so I'm very happy about that. I don't know, maybe in the long term I'll end up with more US Airways aircraft somehow. Maybe I'll do a Philadelphia or Charlotte retro airport update, because sometimes it just happens. As I've gotten a ton of Eastern models, so I could do like a retro Miami perhaps if I got a couple more yet. So maybe US Airways is next, who knows. And now look at the aircraft history for November 202 Uniform Whiskey. This aircraft was originally delivered to US Air as November 633 Alpha Uniform in July of 1995. It went to US Airways in February 1997 when they rebranded. Then it was re-registered in October 2006, so shortly after the America West acquisition, to its current registration, November 202 Uniform Whiskey. Then it went to American Airlines in April 2015 and then stored in April of 2020 during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. And currently the aircraft is due for New Pacific Airlines. With that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.